What's up everyone, welcome to Heroes Avenue, and today is a special video because it's the end of the year and I kind of want to talk about all the accomplishments that all these comic book movies have made in film history of this year. So I want to talk about just a few record-breaking moments. I'm not going to list all of them, just the ones that I felt were important and felt I need to shout out. So I'm going to start from the earliest to the latest. So the first movie is going to be Deadpool 2. So this movie has made the biggest opening day for R-rated movie at $54 million, surpassing it at $50 million. So this is a huge accomplishment because of Deadpool 2, and it's also a Fox movie, and it's a great moment for comic book movies because it goes to another genre, or it goes to another rated film. It's not PG-13, it's not rated PG, it's rated R, and it defeated it. It was an awesome movie as well. Obviously, Deadpool 2 and it are two different movies. One's a horror, one's a comic book action movie. And the certain moviegoer that would watch it is a different audience from Deadpool as well. So I feel like Deadpool 2 definitely had an easy way to, more easy route to making that $54 million, because it has all the Deadpool boys and all the adult superhero movie fans, and it only just had like the horror fans that just love that type of movie, and also the ones that have watched the previous hit, right? But this is a huge accomplishment nonetheless for Deadpool 2. Alright, so the next movie on this list is obviously Ryan Coogler's Black Panther. So Black Panther killed it when it was out in theaters. So Black Panther became the highest grossing movie from a black director, surpassing Felix Gary's Fate of the Furious at $1.2 billion. That is huge, and I'm so happy for Ryan Coogler. And this guy, he is set to make the sequel of Black Panther, wherever that is in the future. I'm excited for Ryan Coogler's career to move forward, not only in the comic book genre, but in film history in general. Probably the biggest thing that Black Panther has achieved this year is becoming the first ever superhero movie to be nominated at the Golden Globes for Best Picture in a drama category. Because it's huge. It's huge news if you guys don't even understand what I'm saying. It's huge because the movie industry, or Hollywood, when it comes to award seasons, they neglect or ignore the fact that there's superhero movies that are great films. And they did that with The Dark Knight, and they did it with basically the whole Nolan trilogy. They gave Heath Ledger an award for best, best villain, but I feel like that movie itself should have won. That movie is my favorite film in general, in terms of all movies that I've seen in my lifetime. Man, that movie was incredible, but it did not even make it to a Best Picture nomination. So the fact that Black Panther is finally recognized, it proves that there are finally Hollywood and the awards community, they're finally warming up to superheroes being on par as a quote-unquote film. So that's great news. Alright, so the next movie, the next juggernaut film, is a small title that you may have heard called Avengers Infinity War. So this movie has killed it. Obviously it grossed all the way to becoming the 4th grossing movie in film history, right behind Force Awakens at $2 billion. And it also became the highest grossing superhero movie of all time, passing its predecessor, the first Avengers movie, at $1.5 billion. Jesus Christ, this movie was huge. Anyone that was, I forgot what movie it was, but when Avengers Infinity War moved its date earlier, one of the movies that was on that same date, that new date in April, they ended up moving as well because they didn't want to even be near that opening day as Avengers Infinity War. I forgot what it was, but man, this movie killed it in the box office. Alright, so the next movie is going to be Spiderman Into the Spiderverse. This movie, I loved it. Man, this movie surprised the hell out of me. It got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I know the percentage went down a little bit, but I was curious on how how enjoyable is this movie, how dope is this movie, and it was incredible from beginning to end. Soundtrack, animation, the story, all the emotional values in there, all those small Spider-Man the deep cut Spider-Man moments. Oh man, I loved it. But this movie became the highest opening weekend ever in December for an animated movie, making $35.4 million, surpassing the movie Sing from 2016 at $35.2 million. It beat it just a little bit. But this movie, you know, deserves more than it does, and I do hope that this movie gets best animated movie at the Oscars. So I'm definitely rooting for this movie. All right, so the last movie on this list is Aquaman. Obviously, this movie is still out right now, still killing in the box office. But little did you know, this movie became the highest pre-sale tickets ever on Fandango and Atom, surpassing Infinity War. I couldn't find the actual number on the internet, but also this movie became the highest 10-day box office in China, defeating Civil War at $189.2 million, and Civil War made only $155 million in China. So that is great. I mean, this movie is doing so well overseas. I mean, it's not doing that well in domestically, but you know, everywhere around the world, this movie is just making hella money. So I really hope this movie goes the distance, just because I'm a huge fan. So yeah, I just hope this movie gets that $1 billion mark. That would be so great for DC. They need a win, right? All right, guys. So that's my list for all the record-breaking moments from comic book movies in 2018. What is your favorite moment in 2018 from a comic book movie that broke a record that's not on this list? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.